I did it again. I told myself I wouldn't. I genuinely meant it this time. I said I'd wait. I said I'd keep my distance. I said I wasn't gonna emotionally invest in a team that treats the injury report like a daily choose-your-own-adventure book. I said I'd watch casually. No expectations, no projecting ceilings, no this could be the year nonsense. And yet, here we are. I'm falling for the Sixers again. And I know how that sounds. I know the jokes. I know the history. I know how many times this has ended the exact same way. I know how many people are already typing "wait until April" in their heads before I even finish the sentence. I've said those things myself, loudly, repeatedly. But this time feels different. And not in a fake way. Not in the "we beat a bad team on a Tuesday" way. Not in the Embiid looked good for 3 games way that always tricks you before the rug gets pulled. This time, it feels structural. It feels like something underneath the surface has shifted, not just the results on the scoreboard. They went into Madison Square Garden and handled the Knicks. Not survived, not escaped, not stole one late on a weird whistle or a hot shooting night. Handled them.
Well, despite the contact.
Edgecombe on the back cut. VJ Edgecombe!
They controlled the tempo. They dictated matchups. They silenced the crowd early and never really gave it back. It didn't feel chaotic. It didn't feel desperate. It felt professional. That's the word that stuck with me while watching it. And bad teams don't do that. Fluky teams don't do that. Teams lying to themselves definitely don't do that. When you zoom out, it lines up with what we've been seeing for weeks now. They're 22-18, 7th in the East, half a game out of home court territory. Not lurking, not sneaking, not begging for the play-in, sitting there like they belong. And here's the uncomfortable part. They might actually be good. Not spooky, not dangerous if healthy, not no one wants to see them, just good. And that starts with Tyrese Maxey. Because whatever doubts you had, whatever qualifiers you were still clinging to, whatever mental asterisk you were using to keep him out of elite conversations, those are gone now. The 54-point game against Milwaukee ended it. That was the line. Overtime. 9 assists, full control of the game, no gimmicks, no whistle baiting, no weird free throw mass doing the heavy lifting, just a guard who understood exactly what the defense was trying to do and punished every single option. And what made it hit harder was how calm it felt. No rushing, no forcing, no hunting moments. He just kept going to the same advantages until the Bucks ran out of answers. And if you thought that was a heater, he followed it with 38 against Toronto. 5 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks, still aggressive, still efficient, still dictating terms even when the game tightened. That's not a spike, that's a confirmation.
Maxey, step back, it's a Tyrese!
He's averaging over 31 a night. He's shooting over 40% from 3 on real volume. Not standstill freebies, not bailout looks, movement shots, off-the-dribble shots, late clock shots where everyone in the building knows what's coming. And more importantly, teams are guarding him like a superstar now. They're trapping him early. They're sending help from bad angles. They're switching defenders mid-possession because the first one's already cooked. That's the moment when a player crosses the line. You can feel it when it happens. He's not playing like he's proving something anymore. He's playing like he expects to win the possession, like he knows where the shot is coming from before the defense does. Now yes, the clutch stuff still has bumps. There are still moments where the offense turns into "Tyrese, please save us," and things get a little sticky. There are still possessions where he tries to beat 3 defenders instead of trusting the release valve. But that's part of becoming a real number 1 option. You don't skip that phase. You fail there first. You get burned. You learn. You adjust. And lately, even those moments are getting cleaner. He's trusting the pass earlier. He's manipulating defenders instead of racing them. He's learning when to slow down instead of hitting turbo every possession. That's growth you don't fake. Now here's where the season quietly flipped. Joel Embiid has been available. I know, low bar, but with this franchise, that's the bar. He's played 8 of the last 10 games. He's no longer living in the questionable section of the injury report like it's his permanent address. He's listed as probable. That matters more than people realize. And when you watch him, it's not just availability, it's how he's moving. He's initiating contact again. He's getting to his spots without dragging his leg behind him. He's making quick decisions instead of holding the ball and daring the double. This isn't MVP Embiid. That version might be gone, and honestly, that's okay.
He's got a soft touch, able to finish over most defenders.
Embiid to end on first half.
Because they don't need him to be that anymore. They need him to be solid, to be decisive, to punish mismatches, to anchor the defense when needed, to scare teams just enough to bend coverage and open space for everyone else. And that version works when Maxey's doing this much damage. That's the quiet adjustment that changed everything. This team used to live and die with Embiid's dominance. Now they survive and thrive with his presence. Huge difference. Now let's talk about the wild card, VJ Edgecombe. Because this was not supposed to happen this fast. He's gone from interesting rookie to guy you have to account for in a matter of weeks. Over his last 5 games, he's averaging nearly 14 points, 7 assists, and over 2 steals. That's not rookie noise. That's impact. And it's not just one thing. It's not just athleticism. It's not just energy. It's processing. He's making reads. He's anticipating passing lanes. He's finishing through contact without panicking. He's playing defense like someone who genuinely enjoys ruining your night.
Maxey, Edgecombe, puts it up, splash!
You watch him for 5 minutes and realize how uncomfortable he makes things. You rush passes. You hesitate on drives. You second-guess reads you normally make on autopilot. That's real. You can teach speed, you can teach strength, you can't teach feel. Now people are whispering Rookie of the Year, which sounded insane a month ago and now feels plausible. And here's the twist that I don't think enough people are talking about. The Sixers didn't collapse when the timeline shifted, they bridged it. This was supposed to be the awkward era, the fade-out year, the let's see how much Embiid has left era. Instead, Maxey exploded. Edgecombe arrived early, and Embiid adapted. That's how good organizations survive eras. Not by clinging, by adjusting. Paul George fits into this better now too. He's healthy. He's playing consistent minutes, and he stopped trying to be something he isn't anymore. 16 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, a steal per game, 40% from 3. He's pacing. He's connecting lineups. He's letting the young guys drive the offense. And that's exactly what they need from him. He's not hijacking possessions. He's not demanding touches. He's playing like a veteran who understands where he fits and why that role matters. That matters. Now look at the actual games. They lost by 1 to Denver in a shootout. They beat Orlando by locking the game down defensively. They beat the Clippers with balance. They beat Boston in a statement win where the defense closed late. They lost a tight one to Cleveland that exposed execution issues but showed fight. That's not a fluke stretch. That's a team learning how to win in different ways. And the defense has been the through line. Top 5 over this run. Forcing turnovers. Shrinking the floor, making games uncomfortable. Defense travels, especially in April. Now are they perfect? No. Late game execution still needs work. Health will always be the elephant in the room. The rotation still tightens awkwardly at times when things slow down. But here's the reality. This isn't just a hot streak anymore. This is evolution. They have assets. They have flexibility. They have young stars. They have veterans who've accepted their roles. And in an Eastern Conference that feels wide open, that matters more than ever. There's a real path here. Not an easy one, not a guaranteed one, but a real one. A path where they win a series. A path where they scare someone in round 2. A path where the conversation changes. So yes, I'm buying in again. Not in a parade route way. Not in a tattoo the logo way. In a stop treating them like a punchline way. Because this version of the Sixers can beat anyone on the right night. And if they make a move at the deadline, if they add one more defender, one more connector, one more adult, that ceiling rises fast. So let me ask you, are you buying it or are you waiting for the annual heartbreak? Where do you have Maxey on All-NBA? Is Edgecombe in your Rookie of the Year race? And if you're Philly, what's the realistic move you make? Because whether this ends in triumph or disaster, one thing is clear. The Sixers aren't fading anymore. They're changing.